what do race and class have to do with pollution? According to one professor, if you are living in a lower income community, chances are you're breathing in more bad air than those in more affluent communities. ABC4's Brittany Johnson joins us live in studio to explain. Brittany.
Well, Emily, it's called environmental racism. So in essence, it means more minority communities play host to prisons, landfills, and other toxic facilities. And through environmental justice, people are working to implement things such as parks and healthy food options and grocery stores in lower income communities.
In the real world, all communities are not created equal.
Dr. Robert Bullard, a professor at Texas Southern University, says when it comes to prisons, landfills, and other high pollution sites, they're typically dumped in minority-dominated areas.
And they follow the path of least resistance.
One example is Utah's new prison location. It will be built on the west side of Salt Lake City. It's an area that has more lower-income residents than other communities. He calls this environmental racism.
You have a choice to breathe clean air. You have a choice to get dumped on, whether it's a prison or whether it's a landfill or whether it's a pipeline. And if you don't fight, it'll just roll over you.
Bullard says traveling the country, he's found people who live on the, quote, wrong side of the tracks are subjected to elevated environmental health threats and preventable diseases.
I've never seen a poor community or a community of color that have more than their fair share of the good stuff, good schools, parks, playgrounds, and grocery stores, and other things that, amenities that middle-income folks take for granted. When you're looking for a house, you need to find out exactly what's in the community. And now we have mapping tools.
Maps like this one from PurpleAir.com measures and monitors different pollutants. Zoom in and you can see the air quality index scale. The darker the color, the more pollution.
We start mapping air quality, where facilities are located, where the health effects, which neighborhoods have higher percentage of asthma and respiratory illnesses, and which communities have access to parks and green space. We can actually show which communities are disproportionately impacted and which communities are more vulnerable.
Here's the goal.
That all communities basically become livable, healthy, and sustainable regardless of who lives there in terms of racial, ethnicity, or income.
So we couldn't cover everything in the report tonight, but you can listen to Dr. Bullard speak tomorrow at the University of Utah. His environmental racism lecture called Race, Place, and the Politics of Pollution speaking engagement takes place from noon to 1:30, and details will be on our website, abc4.com.